picking out my fro with my fist comb. I got a tab at the stone, baby, this long. My little brother was having a little trouble. I hope that he doesn't care that it's in this song. Koreatown lunch and talking about how to run things. He said Atlanta wanted something. Waka G's in your future got the streets locked down. Copycats making sure Tip keep that crown. I'm fucking around with the truth. Went to see the roots. Quest brought me back on stage in a suit. I went hard.
Hey guys, this is from Cross. I'm here to teach you guys how to do the wall inward front. Some people call it the wall front shimmy thing where you go inwards. Others call it inward front wall thing. But either way, whatever you call it, it's a wall inward front. So first off, you need to make sure that you have a good standing punch front flip. And you also want to make sure that you have a good Webster, because the Webster is probably the most key part of this. So I'll quickly demonstrate to you guys what the Webster and the two-footed punch is. So you got these both up here somewhere. I'll put them on. But yeah, so pretty much you're doing this. And when you're actually going for your first wall inward front, you want to have an obstacle that's you're able to go off the side or something like that so you don't get hurt so easily. You can start off with something as small as this. Do your front flip and go to the side. I'll quickly demonstrate that to you. What you're trying to do is work on going as back as you can and out and up and making sure that you get your tuck as tight as possible. So when it comes to the actual inward front, what you want to focus on the most is the tuck and most likely the actual takeoff from one foot. Because from one foot, you're not actually going to go back, but you're also not just going up. You're sort of going at the sweet spot just in between that at a 45-degree angle or whatever's close. So you want to set off from about hip height. So about here, for a normal wall, your foot will be placed. So you want to go hip height, about here. And you want your arms to swing up, punch out, and then kick out. And one problem that I see a lot of people do is that when they go for the wall inward front, their heads are actually looking down. But for the start of it, you want to set up with your head up and then tuck. You want to go through those motions a lot because you get used to getting the height and then actually getting the flip through. Because if you got a really good tuck and a really good takeoff, your flip is going to actually work, okay? Because you don't want to be a shit person that can't do it. Like Brett, I love it.
I get inward front.
So, with the takeoff, you're not just keeping your leg at a 45-degree angle and going up. To actually start the move, you want to swing your leg back as well. And I almost hit my face then, but you're not going to do that. Okay? So, you want to swing your leg back because that's what's going to get you the actual rotation. And you're going to get that tuck sooner or later in there, and you'll land it as clean as you possibly can if you actually go by how I'm telling you now. Alright, so say that you've got the actual Webster setup now, so you could kick up and swing your leg back as far as you can. Now what you really want to work on is that tight is the tightest tuck that you can think of, alright? And essentially it's not like a normal tuck for like a front flip, like a flat ground front flip. You want a tuck where your knees are almost touching your chest, you know, completely. Because that's what's going to get you the fastest rotation. Now for the very end of this tutorial, I'm going to teach you guys about spotting. And that's when you're rotating to something close. Things that are in close proximity to you, it's going to be hard to actually spot things properly. And reason being, you're obviously rotating to something where you could essentially hit something, you know, ligament or your head. So spotting actually happens, rather than spotting at the start and going through the whole flip, you're spotting at the start and the end. Because what's happening is after you're doing the flip, say you're coming out of it, you want to spot the horizon rather than spot where you're going to land. Because if you go for the flip and then try and look where you land, you're just going to hit your head. And that's going to be stupid because you're going to die and go to the hospital, something. You'll be paralyzed. You don't want to do that. But pretty much, coming up, you're spotting out as straight as you can. I've got a video up where, you know, I'm spotting and I'm taking off from a wall, but just to show you guys that you're not essentially spotting where your foot's going to be placed or where you're actually going to land. All you're having to focus on is facing forward. You want your back and your legs to be straight as possible and land just like you do a normal squat. And that's pretty much how you finish off how to do the wall inward front. Sorry that my voice sounds retarded, but I got a cold, guys. So thanks for listening to this, and peace out.
And what's a leader if he isn't reluctant? Too bad for y'all, I'm blasting off, I'm not Asher Roth. I don't sleep on my bread, dick right, stay close, I might flash a ball. Sometimes all the shit make a nigga feel guilty. I used to sleep with them roaches, back on my mind, oh, I hope show gets canceled.